Welcome. D-Man 50. Good to have you. Indy MGTOW. Cindy, Singletown Bachelor. Chris Mitchell. Who else we got? The Emperor Chris Mitchell. Check out Chris Mitchell's channel and live streams with the gang in Canada. Canada. Richard Alvis Man Empowered. Is that Okie? Jeremy Bailey from the UK. Good to see you again, brother. You're out driving your car. We got Raymond Gross. Good to see Gross. I hope I said that right. Polska's back. Another wrench. Good to see Polska Bob. No waffling. Thomas Newton. Good to have Thomas. Matt Downer. Rev. Lisa Smith from Kansas City. The Revster. Good to see everybody. Oh, dang. Got some good stuff going on. Haven't done a live stream for 11, 12 days. I've been busy. But everyone else has taken the reins. Singletown Bachelor, JT, Brass Balls. It's been a minute, Rad. What up? Good to have you. Lord Spawn's back. It's been a while since Lord Spawn up in Red Deer, Alberta. Red Deer, Medicine Hat. Isn't Medicine Hat out there? Well, how about this topic? How to navigate your life by understanding our counterparts. Boy, this if guys really understood this, they could have a great life. But what does a guy do? Puts the lady on the pedestal, puts her center, and it knocks him off his game. What happened to Tiger Woods when he married and then broke up and then had all these girlfriends? His game went downhill. What happened with, let's see, who else? Multiple people have lost a lot of momentum when they get in these relationships. Floyd Mayweather, I was talking about this last night. Floyd Mayweather, the boxer, he's got 15 kids with 30 different baby mamas, but he dumps all women 6 to 9 months before he fights. Gets rid of them, doesn't deal with them, isn't intimate with them, nothing. And he always wins. Go figure. All right. Raymond Gross. I don't know. But anyhow, good to have you, brother. We got Chris Mitchell. My last stream got knocked down for medical misinformation. Yep. Classic. Anyhow, that's the key. When you guys are on point, when you're following purpose, when we are doing what we need to do, I'm not saying you can't have someone you can't deal with women or hang out with women. I'm saying the moment you put her center and you're not on purpose, your game is you're done. The thirst is real. The thirst will screw you up quicker than you can say hello. It's up in Alberta. Okay, Raymond Gross. So I said it right? Gross like moldy fish. Jedi Dark Forces back. Focus on yourself. They have nothing to offer but liabilities. Well, when you remove the intimacy, what do you get? Seriously, what do you get from a gal when you remove if there's no intimacy? Who do you go ice fishing with? Who does Dad go ice fishing with? Guys. Who does he go to the games with? Guys. So it is what it is. Tom Z1 Doubtful, good to have you. Top Floor is back. Good to see you. Jeremy Bailey says, yep, I've been working on my car. Got this week off work, gym and cars. That's how I'm spending my time. Good for you. Salute and peace to all of you, says Phoenix. Good to have Phoenix in the chat. Be Free says, the moment you chase them more than they chase you, it's over. Yeah, absolutely. And really, today's woman, if you really understand them, they're not really into – they like the attention and validation. And then when it's not enough or they get bored, they move on to a new one. And speaking of the devil, FJT, that we don't hate, we understand. Isn't that the truth? Good to have our Giga Chad in the chat. He's gym maxing right now, I bet, and language maxing to get the gals in other countries. Gregory broke down again over the 50% ruling. Jawara's back. Poor guy. Good to have Jawara. Jawara sends me some funny stuff. Go Shura is in the house. Good to see you. AZ's back. Good to have everybody. Let's see what we got. Jedi Dark Force. Today's females don't even need men. Well, you guys, the future is not female. Remember that. How can you be intimate with her, with society as it is? You can't. Well said, JT. And people understand this. Guys understand this. They'll have a great life. Finally got over time back, so take advantage of it. Great. Salute to those who they are long-term redundancy. Gotcha. If you're lucky, very lucky, when you remove the intimacy, you'll have someone who will kick your ass at your favorite video games. There you go. There you go. Understanding women without dating them. I grew up with 3 sisters, and I saw exactly what female nature was growing up with 3 sisters. Just got back from helping Buddy move an old Greyhound off-grid in Nevada. Happy to be back, but was great being one with the land, says Raymond. Good for you. Working out the back and shoulders. That's good for you. That's great, man. Just discovered yourself in 5 years of freedom. Quality, says Nick Vincent. Where's Nick from? Good to have Nick. Welcome. Salute Rad, salute Rev, salute everyone in the chat, says our FJT Giga Chad. Check out FJT's channel. Check out Rev's channel, Chris Mitchell's channel. Who else am I missing here? Only haters be on that hate game. Absolutely. We don't hate women. We understand women. It's as simple as that. Men and women will never, ever be, we have different brains. We have different purposes. What's really happened to men behind closed doors in the courts? I'm single and childish. You don't want to ever experience the court, my brother. You don't ever want to experience the court. It's a business and they want women to divorce. Hey, Rad, FJT, Robert A. from Texas. Good to see Robert back in the chat. It's been a while, Robert. Never let a woman touch your PlayStation. Would that be your physical PlayStation as well, or your video game? Nick Vincent from England. Well, salute. We got a lot of English brothers in here. Jeremy Bailey's one of them right now from the UK. Women are only what you invest in them. Without them, they are like balloons, no air and empty. Absolutely. Singletown Bachelor from Denmark. Going to have Singletown again. We got European. It's all over the map, guys. Here we go. 5 Years of Freedom. Wes is back. Check out 5 Years of Freedom's channel. I don't think he's posted anything in a couple of days, but he's on point. He's on point with his posting. Welcome, Wes. Let's get together and stoke a bonfire to celebrate male sovereignty. Absolutely. Just got back hiking last weekend, and it was amazing just to hike, be in nature, enjoy life. Raymond Gross says I had 3 sisters as well, and the youngest, you probably saw a lot of what I saw. Well, my oldest, well, I'm older than all my sisters, but the oldest sister, she went through guys like nobody's business, but then she'd cry and weep over them, and then she'd break up with them, or they'd break up, and she'd have a new guy, literally within minutes. So they always had a backup plan. I saw this in the 80s. I always thought she's pretty, she's a very attractive woman. But and she's divorced. Go fig. Right? She's just not yours. It's just your turn. I saw that in the 80s, and I didn't understand that until 2016. Video game PlayStation Rad. My the last video game I played was Wii Basketball. Was it Wii Basketball or Wii Rockstar? The only games I like to play are Super Mario Brothers, and I Can Save the Princess. Again, red pilled. Blue pill Mario is blue pill sim. A man gets a raise. What can I do for my family? Woman gets a raise. I don't need no man. Ain't that the truth, Toms? It's always been a pleasure to be here. Well, we appreciate our Danish folks. How are the Denmark women? They're very attractive, aren't they? Rebel Against the Feet. It's a great name. I love it. But how did you come up with it? I came up with it about 20 years ago. In fact, I had it put on one of those original iPods, that were big, and they had that silver, the white screen. And I had it. I was just thinking, man, what would be? I wanted to make it a clothing line, but never got around to it. Brother Rad, what is your general view on Jordan Peterson? Is he worth? I think he says a lot of good things. I think he says a lot of hard things. I think there's part of him in him. There's part of what I see in him. Chris Mitchell, right there. Part of I like how he goes after the clown world. Now, is he beta? Is he alpha? I don't know. The message outside of I think he has a decent message at times. And I've listened to a lot of that one when he did the feminist against the feminist. I thought that was great. He destroyed her. But I don't listen to him very much, but there are some things I do listen to. I had 3 sisters. They are what they and a mother I thought was a victim. Now I see they're all full of it. Absolutely. Absolutely, AZ. Ghost Lachlan is in the house. You're 51. I'm going to be 50 years old this month, guys. I am excited. Juara says, my sister is out there in the streets. More than 50% happily married women have a backup man. Let's talk about that. How many people are truly married and truly happy? Oh, damn, got much French. What an honor, sir. Did I give you, I rinsed you, right? FJT, off topic, but Rad, I meant to ask you, what is up with women and guitars? Almost every woman I play my guitar for, they get moist. Because you're a rock star, man. I play guitar. You know that because it's something that triggers the alpha, the mysterious man. Chuck Berry, right? Chuck Berry turned that guitar into it's Prince. It probably has something FJT to do with that. Prince played the guitar, made all those panties get wet. I don't need no ham, says Rev. Good to see Rev. Where's Rev at right now? What bad dudes versus Dragon Ninjas? Couple of vigilantes saved the president. There you go. Long legs and lots of C cups in Denmark. Wow. Yeah, I think that. A lot of blondes too. 55. And I'm sure that the culture is probably, I bet some of the, I think, most European women, aren't they pretty cold in terms of very reserved, very difficult to really crack open in terms of having conversations? But anyhow, Lord Spawn, I am ancient. I'm gonna be half a century. Age is just a number. With you know what? There's guys that are 50 that still haven't figured it out, though, right? So it doesn't matter how old you are. What experience do you have? None who are married are truly happy, says Matt. I agree with that. Lower than 5% are married and happy. I can go with that one too, Emperor. Time waits for no man. Time is undefeated. My sister thinks she's a bad bitch, raised a bad bitch daughter, 2 alpha trad females in the same house. Guess what went over? I can only imagine what goes on right there, Lord Spawn. Red pill knowledge is spreading to more and more men every day and every year that goes by. Yeah, and there's the folks that can't accept it, even 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds, 70-year-olds. Rib Grunt's back. Good to see you, Rib. Lisa Smith, the men who have musical talent sing to a woman's heart. If they like your message, they're like putty in your hands. Yeah, I would agree with that statement. Binge watching Rad and 5 Years of Freedom. Well, those that are still up, not many that are married will actually admit to being unhappy. Well, to admit you're unhappy is to admit defeat, right? The guys that go out and remarry for the second time after they've been divorced, raped through the courts, they get married. Oh, it's great. They just can't admit it. They say they only want a relationship. I say unless they're financially stable, own their own house, can drive, great at intimacy, have a well-stocked fridge, and can cook as good as I can, then I'm not interested, says Jeremy Bailey from UK. Well said. We don't hate. We don't say, oh, we don't want anything to do with them. If you don't want them in your life, that's okay. It really is. If you do want them in your life, understand this message. Understand what they bring to the table and navigate your life by being, you're the captain of your plane, right? What to expect? It's cold up here. Yeah, I bet. Happily equals not having a pending divorce. Okay with the man they've married. Yeah, true. Jeremy, they want all these traits in man, but can't give the same back. Mm-hmm. That's called delusion for 300 Trebek. Prince gave Shanae a hit and still hit with false. Yes, Poppy. We got to call FJT Poppy. A typical 50-year-old Gen Xer like skateboarding, smoke-filled arcades, and music done with instrument. That means no auto-tune. Absolutely. I am Gen X and proud of it. But a lot of Gen X have raised a bunch of little simpy kids. One living on the streets now. My sistard is a... Yeah. It happens, man. It happens. The hive mind. This idea that, when they turn 13 and guys start looking at them and they start focusing on what they look like and it's all about them and attention that they receive from men all the way up to their 22, 23, then 24. By the time they're 30, they're still not married. And then they want the nice guy like you. Hemi's back. Good to see you, Hemi. Nick, I don't know what you're asking there, brother, but ask away. How do I navigate the women today? It varies to each man's thirst. I don't please any guy's desire, but it always comes with a cost. Ain't that the truth? Remember that. And you measure what you can actually afford. It comes with a cost. That cost could be your time being wasted or not focusing on yourself. That cost could be an intimacy gone wrong. And I won't, false alligators, or it could be physically something within your body that shouldn't be there, such as an STI. It could be an unwanted prego. There is a cost. It could be financial, mental, emotional, you name it. Well said, AZ. Currently Northwest Arkansas, heading to St. Louis tomorrow for my mom's 70th. The Cardinals were my favorite baseball team growing up. Love the Cardinals. Our sisters, man, we just didn't recognize it. That's the thing. We grew up with sisters but didn't recognize female nature. Why do you think long LAT relationships are being propagated so much in the media? I think that because it pushes the narrative. It pushes the history of more relationships. People love relationships. It's a fantasy. They push the fantasy, Nick. That's what they're pushing. Rad, your thoughts on Andrew Tate? I don't know much about the guy. I don't really watch his stuff. Apparently he's an MMA guy, and he's a red pill guy, and he makes a lot of money. He's young. He's what, 32? I'm almost a half century. I got a lot of more experience, but good for him for hustling. Hated the attire that Prince wore. It was 4'11", and he could nail any chick he wanted. That guy was the alpha Chad. Hot and humid here. It is hot in Utah too. Hit the like button and subscribe. Thanks, Single Town. Rad, I hope you and the guys can stop by 6:30 to help support me through this evil attack on a double. Oh yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Chris Mitchell. Spike's in the house. Chris Mitchell's channel. Tonight at 6:30. Living apart together. Oh, living apart together as in but keeping separate. That's probably the best sort of scenario if you wanted a woman today to be in your life. Separate bank accounts, separate residences, separate lives, and come together when you want to hang out. That's what Jonathan Noble does. And I think I would never live with a woman again. Mars Fan 73. Hey, Rad, good to see you. Where's Mars Fan from? I heard Prince dressed like that to be less threatening as a black man. Interesting. But man, Purple Rain, come on. Best song ever. Let's be real. Prince was a chick. That's funny. They're pushing it because it's led to divorce, and divorce is multi-billion-dollar industry. Nothing more to it than that. Correct. Andrew Tate is a street smart player, ruthless. Yeah, I mean, I watched a few of his stuff, not a lot to know much about it, not much about him. Just he goes after it, but I appreciate the hustle. Would I hang out with him? I probably, he's just a different type of character I don't really, but hey, good for him. I saw a video of him with someone was giving him a massage, one of his massage, and he was talking about earning millions of dollars. Andrew Tate is a cartoon. Let's see where that lifestyle takes him. Decadence can hide behind bravado and fluff. Yeah, as you get older, you realize all that stuff is stupid. You don't need that crap. You know what I like? Experience. Hiking, sitting on a beach, watching waves. I don't need expensive watches and expensive cars. I want quality cars like a Toyota. I drive a 4Runner. I don't need the Lamborghinis anymore. The Mercedes, I don't need that. That was when I was younger. And I grew up and I realized those things don't matter. Greetings from South Africa. Reality always wins. Good to have you, brother. Did you like that guy Rodriguez back? He was huge in South Africa back in the 70s and 80s. Watch that film called, his name is Rodriguez. Great music. Raymond Gross says, saw a study, only 7% of men are committing to marriage in 2022. Huh? Lowest since the late 1800s. Well, I wonder why. Right, Raymond? I'm from Texas. I was on the last stream. Oh, gotcha. All right, now I know. Don't mess with Texas. Can you come up with an 8th book? That's what I tell him. Well said, Robert. Lamborghini was so 80s. I mean, they're cool, but are they practical? And why does one get seriously, why does one get a Lamborghini? Let's be real. Flash. Unless you're racing them in race car races, why would you get one? Because they're cool, they're flashy, they show other people that you're a badass and you get a lot of money, but no, that doesn't interest me anymore. You know what would be cool? What I would like to get? An old Volkswagen bus, like from the 60s, that's all, restored. Just drive that mofo around. Or an old Ford, a 1953 F-150 and a 37 Lincoln Zephyr. I never meant to cause you any sorrow. Never meant to cause you any pain. Absolutely. JR is back. Good to see JR. When will women give up the false scrapings and the false alligators? Probably never. That right now it's on their side. Men need to be very careful when and how you spend your time. Be very, very careful. Cemetery Gates. Are you talking the Smiths, my man? Polska? Tate is a grifter, period. He's not wrong, usually, but it's all about money. He will prey on our fellow man quicker. Yeah, I can't give you guys an opinion. I don't know much about what his content is about. I think it's more about making a lot of money as a 30-year-old. It reminds me of that goofball on Fresh and Fit, the one that wears the CEO. He's always, which is fine, guys. These young kids want that stuff. At one point, I wanted my own private. Well, the only thing I want that's would be decadent would be a private plane that I could fly whenever I wanted, just for ease of use. Texas is getting liberal. And that Beto needs his A-cade. Needs his ass kicked. True, Rad. When I was young teen, I dreamed about getting a Lambo. When I got older, now that I'm older, I personally will never get one. Well, that's the thing, FJT. It's just, I had a Porsche. And that damn thing was hard to drive. You sit on the road when you drive it. You're 2 inches off the road, and you have to step into it. They're cool. Look, they're beautiful cars. Not practical. Again, if you're not racing them, why do you buy them? About 100% of delusional men commit, and over time, same are certifiable. Some off themselves, but the majority are resentful. Well said. Single Talent says, I'd like to have a Volvo or a Saab. Volvos are cool. Saabs are great, but they break down too much. The Saab 900s, they always were breaking down. But if they were unbreakable, that'd be great. The red pill is now unstoppable, even in Africa. Men are seeing the truth. Good there. I think everywhere, wherever the internet is, men are receiving this information. Spike's Pantera. Spike's liking the Pantera. David Smith says, can't stick around, but good to see you. Good to have you in the chat for this time. Maybe something like Steinbeck drove around the state and travels with Charlie, called it was a truck camper. Ooh, Nick Vincent. Yeah, life gets different when you get older. When you realize it, when you've gone through the courts, when you've gone through a breakup or a divorce, you see things very different than, say, a 30-year-old that wants a Lambo. I prepared my 13-year-old nephew for the Transformers coming to his school next week. Okay, there we go. There you go, Joara. Prepare them well. Tate is a PUA, trash, leading men into the slaughterhouse. Is that what he does now? I thought he made his money on businesses. The difference between first degree and, I don't know much about him, brother. I am building a 96 Dodge Cummins dually 5-speed war wagon. Nice. Love to hear that. Rusty Rivers, good evening, Rebel and brothers. Good to see you. Give me a good Camry or an Accord or a 4-wheel drive GM truck, and I'm good. We don't need much. I want reliability over decadence. I want a Toyota that I don't have to worry about. By the way, I just did the front brakes last week. Did do the rotors are great. Just threw in new pads, new OEM pads. The dang thing is working well. Cost me all but $43. You know how much the dealer wanted? $500. Brakes are the easiest damn thing to do. Sabs too expensive to fix, not worth it. Hard to work on parts. Yes, but they're cool. Even the old Saabs from like the 40s and 50s, and even the old. I like the old Volvos too. You'd have to be 5 feet or smaller to handle a Lamborghini. Find me a gently used Dodge Ram and some Allison chains, and I'm set. There you go. Have you heard of Keith Carpenter? I have not. I'll have to check him out. Check him out. We all change when we get older, brothers. Yes, we do. I can buy a decent airplane for half the cost of a Lambo and fly the whole way, 400 miles to wherever you want. There you go. Let's do it. Black Panther 2 pushing feminism. That seems to be the narrative in all these shows now. Camry is much more reliable. Toyota, man, is my favorite product. Toyota Lexus. People do listen to the Thinking Ape and Stardust. I remember listening to those guys. I'm actually working on head gasket repair on my 05 Camry. A head gasket went out. Wow. That's surprisable on the Camry. Maybe it does have 300,000 miles, but good for you. Less is more. I will live simply. Less is more, guys. Man, when I travel, it's just a backpack. That's it. Transformer sound from the cartoon. Oh, that's funny. Nope. A Dodge Ram with a handful of mud patches will do just nicely. There you go. Rebel Events Defeat says Rusty River, he's a bro. Cool, bro. I'm following Tate's advice and starting up my own OnlyFans staring you guys. I'll be your first subscriber. Keith makes videos on how we need to stay on our purpose. He was how I first got the red pill. Good for him. That's what we need. Every one of you guys should be making videos. It's not hard. Don't waste your meat. That's how you navigate the dating market. The cost benefit of chasing intimacy isn't sustainable. Meat, money, energy, attention, and time. Absolutely. My brother got married within 8 months. She left him. I just heard my son's friend, my son's 21. His friend got married a year ago at 20, and they're already divorced. You can't please them. Know that. This is why we have this chat, how to navigate your life while dealing with women. 98% of them, you cannot please them. You will never be the prize. She will be bored of you. She's monkey branching. You can never give her enough attention. The only way to give someone attention is to remove yours. They seek it. That's why women go nuts if you don't, make eye contact. I was driving my old Mini today with no winds. Ooh, Mini Cooper. It was funny as you don't need a Lambo. Those old Minis were dope. You can lift them up with 3 people. Black Panther should have recasted Chadwick, which is hard to do, but I'll have to pass on the feminist agenda. All these movies are getting so woke. I mean, I heard they just shelved that movie Batgirl or Batwoman. Again, female leads in movies like superheroes, I don't think they do well, and it's like the WNBA. Aura Mazda's back. Good to see you, brother. Checking in after a hiatus. Been a while. Good to see you. Oh, everyone, check out Chris Mitchell's OnlyFans. The Emperor. I drove in 110 degrees weather for 5 minutes with no coolant. There you go. Yeah, that would be the reason. Should be set up by next week. There you go. Transformers fighting real women in MMA. I saw that. Some guy on the Brooklyn Nets is dating a Transformer as well, I hear. Guys, I agree with Coach Greg Adams. A lot of guys don't like him, but I think that these young men today who have been rejected by women are going to start dating Transformers. The final piece of AKS came in, maybe going live with Truba later today. AKS, check out AKS. We did a stream with Father Saunders and him, and can't remember who else last week. Yeah, that's funny. He's got a funny getup. Good to have AKS. Just the female versions of Ghostbusters. I didn't think that did very well. Yeah, I heard they basically shelved it. They spent $70 million. I mean, who is the executive that would even produce a movie? You know they're not going to get the money out of it. It's not like Captain America or Thor. Amarok Esquire, hello from Wales, UK. Well, hello. Rad helped me to be free. God bless you from South Africa. I'm glad the message gets out. You know, we have the ability to help each other through these forums, these chats. I think my number one tip, and I wrote a book, it's a booklet, kind of a guide. You can go on my site and get it. And it's all about just accepting where you've come, accepting the fact that the dating market is a shit show. The marriage market is a shit show. That men are the prize. Men, put yourself first and watch what happens. WNBA girls want $20 million a year minimum. That whole WNBA, it's financed by guys. They can't get enough money. Nobody watches it except for, I don't even think feminists watch it. Transformers and Decepticons. How about our wonderful leader going to Asia this week? Men are so good at being women that now straight men are preferring them. Yeah, they're turning men's eyes. Again, this is going to be the future. How are the Utah Stars? I name one WNBA player. Name one team. I can't even name a team. That's how much. Go ask the people in your network if they can name a superstar of the WNBA. Understanding hypergamy mentality is understanding modern women. Couldn't agree more. I hate Thor, woke shit. Thor is a white Nordic man. I never saw it. I just heard it did pretty well. My son was working in the movie theaters at the time. But everyone will go see Thor over what have you. Batgirl series canceled. Wonder why. Sad but true, Rad. MGTOW Cowboy mirrored a black pill channel of the guy saying that he's thinking about going to a trans. Oh, it's still a dude, man. Coach Grift, madam, just like Tate. Rarely wrong, but monetizing men in despair and system complete. I'm not into any. I don't like the monetization, asking for donations. Now, if someone wants to donate, that's a different story. But when you're constantly asking, what's Rebels donations? You know what I say to guys? Take that donation and work on yourself. That's what I want. Go and work on yourself. Best thing you can do to contribute to me is just to leave comments and help others find this information. Understands your utility that keeps you valuable, and even still, she probably ain't loyal. Truth bomb right there by AKS. Hey, Rad, what do you think about people in the Manosphere saying you shouldn't watch sports? You're watching others chase excellence. I would do whatever you think gives you entertainment. I don't agree with that statement, Heavy Metal. Good to have you. That's the difference. CJ stops streams for likes and plugs his stuff. Doing this for money is easy to see. Doing this for men is an energy you can't fake. Yeah, I mean, he makes his money off his streams. I mean, he's doing 30 hours a week. But you know, I just, for me, I started this to help myself and to help others. All right, Paul Scott, no waffling. Bill Burr, because you're not selling any tickets. Yeah, even the feminists don't even go. Teddy Boy Smith from the UK, good to see you. I make $81,000 as an engineer. $8,000 a month. Life is great. The time I knew brief false I was done with women's till today and going forward. Good for you. Well, it's just understanding what are you going to get if you are in a committed marriage, long-term goofball relationship. It's all relationships have expiration dates when it doesn't end up being fun. You can't. The only way you contribute to my work is by helping others and making, you know what, the best thing you can do is make a channel. Seeking peace of mind and protecting your dome are priorities, says MZ. Well said, brother. Women are like cats. They come and go as they please when they want something. Yeah, absolutely. I give 98% of women are not recommended. There's a 1 to 2% that are decent ladies. But, you know, they're also 100% female. Follow your heart, says Raymond. You know, that doesn't work that way to help men become better. Comments then, sir, is what you will get, plus a whole bunch of exposure for new sub. God bless you, Rebel. Thanks. That's all. You know, the best thing you can do is help others. And you'll help more people by making your own videos. And I'll plug them. I see female nature all around me at work, bitching, backstabbing, using people for attention. Yeah, that's everywhere, right? Rampage against girly entities. Matt Downer. There you go. Matt's hiking somewhere with a bag of gorp. You got to see this costume. I just texted, you should join too. I started my channel to get my take on things as a Danish old fart at 55 years. Well, plug out Single Town Bachelor. I think I'm a subscriber. I subscribe to all my subs. Too humble, bro. At least give us your cash app. Nope. You go spend it on yourself. You see me sometime, you can give me a high five. Too humble, bro. All right, I just read that. They should shut down the WNBA instead of sub. I'm surprised. It's a horrible business model. It's lost money for 25 years. Even Kevin Gates got cheated on. What does that tell you? Or a Mazda. What does that tell you about female nature? Don't put all of your eggs in the basket of a female in today's day and age. It's not going to bring a return on investment. Let's raise our glass to fight evil forces. Whiskey for men, beer for my horses. There you go. My heart has got me in trouble and let me down more than one time. Me too. I see guys that get back in relationships after long marriages, and I'm just like, what are you doing? It's not, you haven't learned. It's just a different girl with a different name and a different haircut. Talk about how women change over time, says Big's Ma. Good to have you. I still enjoy watching and playing sports. I'm not completely obsessed with it. Yeah, well, the only reason I don't really watch sports anymore is because it's pretty woke. I mean, everything's going woke. ESPN's woke. I mean, you know, but I'll watch a Super Bowl. I'll watch, you know, I'm a big Portland Trailblazers fan, so I like to watch the Blazers. Millionaires and billionaires cannot make their relationships work. What? Yeah. How are you going to make yours work? I have been able to help a lot of friends since my divorce. Good for you. Now, remember, you can't recruit. You can't spread this. When they're ready, it'll appear. Most guys find these channels because they type in, how to get my ex back. Why did my ex leave me? Why is she unfaithful? And they stumble in these channels and they realize, hey, that sounds like my story. And then they start watching them and realize, and they either accept it or they don't accept it. Most people that don't accept it say we're all haters. I can't name one WNBA team or player, nor can I. I finally detached from girl at work who used me, treated me hot and cold. When it suited her, she disrespected me. I pulled out completely. Good for you. That's all they want is attention, man. Put up, yeah, who's ever wrenching, put up Singletown Bachelor's link. Brittany Griner. Oh, she's the one in Russia in jail. Being single is important. I've got a ton done. I'm living a fulfilling life, and it's been worth it. You know, if I'm turning 50, and if I was still married, I would probably be miserable turning 50. But now I'm looking forward to it. I think it's great. Right? Robert A says pro sports today is woke, becoming more bread and circus. It is becoming woke. But I still like competition. I actually like college football better than pro football. Lisa Smith, the only one I know is in jail. There you go. Oh my gosh, that's funny. One of your videos popped up when I was watching Keith Carpenter. That's how I found the channel. Well, appreciate you being with us, Mars. I'll check him out too. Keith Carpenter. Just spotted you now. I hope things are well. Mysterio from Winnipeg. Good to have you. We were just talking about Prince earlier. 50 is the best, Rebel. Trust me. I'm looking forward to it, Rusty Rivers. Redneck Red Pill is in the house. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. The owner of the North New England Patriots got caught buying cheap hooks in Florida. What an idiot. He can afford legal. Probably like the game. Probably like the naughtiness of it. I'll hit the set because I'm going to see the carry on. Singletown. All right, brother. Sub out to Singletown Bachelor's channel right there, guys. Give him some love. Women words mean nothing. Only actions. And if you're a woman, men, it should be men's actions too. Never ever take a guy or a girl's words for shit. What are their actions? Growing up in Chicago, everybody's a sports fan. Listened to sports radio for decades since Alex Jones. Never cared for sports since. Ever since 2012. Well, the Bears were great in the 80s with Jim McMahon and Fridge Perry. There you go, Rev. Love Prince 50 is great. It's real freedom if you play your cards right, says Mysterio. Nick Vincent, try 68. Nick, you going 68? Still, I got a buddy that's 62. He's doing great. I was riding mountain bike in Park City a couple weeks ago, and there was a guy that was 75 just killing it. Looked good. Looked like he was 60. All right, D-Man's working. Appreciate D-Man helping out. Taking your ex back as a man, you are a total fool. Absolutely. Never, ever. Reality always wins. Never, ever bathe in dirty water. I keep thinking of your recent video of you saying every day is an opportunity for you becoming a better version of yourself. It is. We have another opportunity each and every day. Actions speak louder than words. Couldn't agree more. They shouldn't let Griner back in the state. She's woke. Oh, Biden will get her out. David Castro, what's up, Rad? Good to see you. What about them Packers? The Packers back in the day. Hardworking man, who knows how to build a barbecue outdoors, says Rusty Rivers. He could have went to the Czech Republic and banged a 10 out of 10 dime piece. Well, he didn't. Who else got caught? They all get caught. Who's the guy that ended up with a transformer, the dude in Florida, the politician? I tried to do 50 pull-ups on my 50th, was able to do 44, tweet my neck. Almost, brother. You were six away. That's good, though. 44 pull-ups, man. Good for you. Raymond Gross. Prince was a conspiracy theory. He talked about chemtrails and TV. But he also went Jehovah's Witness, too. Thought that was interesting. So was Michael Jackson, Jehovah's Witness. Mysterio, what's Park City like? It's great. Lots of trees, hills. It's chill. A lot of people from New York. They go there. But it's only 45 minutes away, and I love to ride mountain bikes there. Emmerich Esquire, I'm actually 71, August 7th. Oh, happy birthday. 4 days from Wales, right? Good to have you. 71, guys, listening to this channel. Do you use a scale rad to track your weight? No. I go by what my wrist is like. If I can put my fingers around my wrist and they touch, or I go off my belt loop. Polska, you ought to throw up that Misfits music. It's awesome. Love the Misfits. Listen to Rad. Everything he says is truth. Female nature is everywhere. Well, you just have to navigate life by understanding it. It's as simple as that. It's not hard. We don't hate. We just understand. I'm not going to play that game. Great. Peace, quiet, and freedom. Rad is the gray divorce age if he remarried. Ooh. Just marriage just doesn't, my eyes have been open. They can't close again. When I was very young, I went to Yellowstone. I'd like to go back. It's about, 6-7 hours from here? Brittany Griner is a dude. Look at her Adams up. Could be. 90s Packers with Brett Favre. 80s B with Drew Brees versus 90s Packers. Think about it. Yeah. Did the Packers and the Oilers ever play in the Super Bowl? Good question. No problem, Mr. Esquire. Good to have you in the chat. You've got a lot of experience. I can't personally trust a Jehovah's Witness myself. They're interesting. I'm always in the background, Polska, watching and listening. So that's the deal, guys. I'm going to cut this out here in a minute. But if you understand the power that women have had over men, and you truly understand it for what it is, you either choose to play with that, playing that game, or not playing that game. When you don't play in that game, you can have a spectacular life. Now, am I saying don't mingle and hang out with women? No, not at all. I say do what you as the captain of your plane needs to do. I have a submissive and feminine girlfriend. She cooks, cleans, gives me massages. We do not cohabitate. We have a mutually beneficial relationship. If she ever detracts from my well-being, she's gone. Good for you for not cohabitating. I give a 1 to 2% that there's decent ladies out there. I know some. The Packers won that. Gotcha. If you were a car race, would you? NASCAR, I think. All right, Mysterio, you're out. I don't think Prince was able to beat up Shanae, who is twice his size. She turned to the false. Have you seen what she looks like now? Not attractive. I have to get FU money and start a harem of Eastern European virgins in Europe. Peace out to you as well. You guys have been great. Remember, when you understand this, you have a superpower. The 80s were great. People never got butthurt and were friendly. Women were cooler and politically incorrect. The politically correct idiots were not around. And a fat woman was not desirable. So there you go. This Rebel Against Defeat, Chase Excellence, Masculinity Men First. Check out Chris Emperor Mitchell's channel tonight at 6:30. Sub out to all the channels here and have a great evening.